Guests of the unkind,
One with the sounds.
perish in flames.
Double. Anjay, naik motor. Yo. Sangat. Weekly dulu lah. Nah, nggak dengar kok. Tes. Ada kok.
This is a testament to my connection with
Oh. Kecil ya.
Guests of the unkind,
one with the sounds.
perish in flames.
Intro. Apa ya? Ini enggak sih? Apa tuh?
My blade, your take form.
Shadow descends. One with the sounds.
Crosscut, sever. Who's the caged bird now? Sever.
Oke.
Leave it to me. Nowhere to hide.
Together we vanish. Take form.
Fruit of luminous energy.
Together we vanish. My blade, your
Boleh.
make it fast. Perish in flames.
Oh, main juga.
Crosscut, sever.
Akan dong.
Down with the curtain.
Mind's
you ya. Yuuzen doang live-nya. Biasanya nggak full publik buat record doang. Nah. Oke.
Guests of the unkind.
Nowhere to hide.
Selesai.
One more time.
Oh ya. Wait. Nah, aku kecilnya dikit. Thank you ya. Masih pemula nih. Kirim dermaga.
Leave it to me.
Mind's eye. My blade yearns. Take form.
Be gone. None shall whisper. One with the sound.
Fruit of ever life is in everything.
Together we vanish. Guests of the unkind, feathers and cinnamon.
One with the sounds.
Perish in flames. Take form.
Leave it to me. The fruit of ever bask in the sunlight.
Together we vanish. Beckon the divine flames. Sever. Cross. Sever.
You will obey. One with
Jadi cuma luar pak.
Perish in flames.
Laptop.
Triumph through sun.
nowhere to hide.
Anjir main lagi. Paling ML. Power.
Down with the curtain. One with
Together we vanish.
Suaranya udah oke belum? Udah nggak main Marvel Rival. Aku belum terlalu suka game FPS kompe gitu. Valorant juga nggak main. Belum suka aja.
This
Halo.
Leave it to me.
Game FPS, tapi mobile. Iya,
one with
bukannya nggak suka ya, mungkin karena cupu aja ya. Suatu saat bakal
nowhere to hide. None shall whisper.
gacha aja, aku cuma main uang.
One with the sound.
Together we vanish.
Selesai. Sakit juga. Oh iya, halo Rebecca. Terima kasih ya.
Sever! Sever! Who's the caged bird now? Take form.
Halo.
Together we vanish.
Nggak kelihatan apa-apa nih.
The fruit of everything.
Wait. Tebel
Life
banget
is in
efeknya.
everything. Notice it.
Together we vanish.
Efek apa ini? Asem. Buffnya nyala terus. Let's go. Fanbone wawu kecil. Apa? Klaim. Ambil bansos dulu. Ini kah teman Bang Baka? Asem beneran di share toh. Halo. Ini Navin nge-share kemana nih? Halo, halo. Apa ya? Halo bang, salam kenal. Ya salam kenal juga. Maaf ya, aku masih pemula. Apa ya? Ini yang mampir teman Bang Baka semua ini. Kenapa jadi tipi kumpul gini? Halo ya. Waduh,
In her world,
my kisah.
poetry and music hold equal sway.
Alamak.
Shh. Listen carefully.
My kisah. Siapa yang cita-citanya mau jadi Mas Rover? Waduh.
That's all I could song to find her.
Halo Mas Sasuke.
Rover,
Ya makasih ya udah
Carlotta,
mampir.
it's been too long.
Di Bang Baka nge-share. Jadi rame kan. It's been too long. Ya.
You really must adore that song. I remember hearing you sing it when I
Iya,
was
Kak.
little.
Makasih ya udah mampir.
When I was a child, whenever I passed by Ciaccona's house, I'd always hear music drifting from the courtyard. Lively, spirited, and so full of emotion.
I remember it well. Those two guards of yours were like giants from Septimont.
Wah, Septimon.
Easily 200 pounds of pure muscle.
Teman masa kecil.
Back then, Ciaccona's family conducted the Order's choir.
Nah,
How should I put it? Well, as they say, families are always rising and falling.
suaranya oke kan ya, guys?
But a song is a song, whether sung in a grand hall or beneath the open sky. As for family matters, let the past stay where it belongs. Anyway, the two of you came in such a hurry.
Kita
I
lagi
suppose you're not here to take in the
story-nya
music?
Ciaccona dulu ya, guys. Mbak Biduan. Buset.
Oh, so
Mana
you
bang
stopped in a man
waifumu? Aduh,
rambling on in
waifumu.
C3 sharp, and then poof, out pops a monster.
Ini.
Let me see. It should sound something like this. About that, sharp rover.
Wah, diajarin nyanyi.
I know, right? We should suggest to Miss Margarita that she add new signage. Sing with civility. It starts with us.
Can we discuss restaurant etiquette later?
Later?
Of course.
Of course.
But I still need to know what kind of music could possibly have the power to conjure up those monsters of yours.
It's so British.
The Golden Anthem. That name should never be spoken. They're criminals. To conspire with them is to risk banishment at sea. Or worse.
Don't worry. This won't be the first time we've crossed paths with the Order.
Fine. From what you've told me, the composers of this poem cursed Rinascita. When the poem is played,
Ada yang main Wuwa
some
juga
type of
nggak nih?
horror appears. If you ask me, this story is a right load of codswallop. I don't believe a simple little poem could curse Rinascita.
Then you...
We need to get to the heart of this poem and music mystery. Let me join you. I can't resist a good adventure. I'll help you find the link between the music and those daemons. But in return, I want you to hand these pages to me for safekeeping.
Sure, no problem.
Then we have a deal.
Waduh, thank you ya Bang
Since you
Sasuke.
believe this music summons them, how about we test it for ourselves?
Oh,
I've already memorized the sheet music.
It's risky, but there's no surer way to find out. Wouldn't you agree, Rover?
well prepared. Apalah.
The final work of poets, what I wonder, did the verses forged in flames truly sing of?
Waduh, nyanyi kah dia? Epic moment kah? Waduh, epic moment. Loh. Loh. Gendut rek. Berantem kita.
They are just like the ones that attacked us in the restaurant.
Ta-da! A grand over perfect chord.
Endure, defy.
Solo time.
Kotor.
You will obey.
Kamu lihat rupinya.
Thanks for watching.
Nah, nih.
Listen, the trio of destiny.
Alah, selesai. Asem. Lah, nggak open power. Ini aja live-nya iseng. Belum Bang Sasuke. Emang kalau aku open shower, kamu mau nyawer? Di PC berapa GB? Berapa ya ini ya? 50-an ada kali ya? Coba ultinya keburu habis musuhnya. Iya nih story-nya
They burn in
Companion
despair,
story,
resentful of the
Ciaccona.
Order's verdict, till their last breath.
karakter barunya.
Their last work is nothing but a curse upon us all.
With our bodies to fuel the fire, the ensuing furnace shall forge Raguna's true gold. Is it saying Raguna will burn to the ground?
They wanted their resentment to echo through the streets. Just by reading this, I can almost see their terrifying faces in the fire.
These voices. They're people of Raguna, aren't they? I think I heard Mr. C3 Sharp in the mix.
If the poet's resentful souls gave birth to daemons,
Waduh, Mbak
Then-
Carla Pak.
shouldn't they sound like the poets themselves?
Mbak
Those
Yakul.
voices were just people who read or heard their work.
perhaps the voices themselves are what causes the daemons to manifest. In the legends, daemons are born of death and curses. But what we've seen isn't like that, no. They're more like horrors created from people's words and imagination.
Halo bang, halo Hans Gaming.
Of course, I'm just speculating. The voices were somewhat muddled. Perhaps I can refine the melody. This time, we
Main
need to listen
Roblox, Bang.
harder.
Roblox ada sih, cuman
Let's find out what the true story
Jarang
really
main.
is.
tuh, apa ini? Oke.
This is a realm created from melodies. Music can transcend space and time to bring memories and stories to life. No,
Apa nih?
normally you can't perceive the frequencies in a melody. But that manuscript lets you see the world as I do. That
Baru
part with the
sistem.
daemons should be right here.
Gila background musiknya
They burned in despair, resentful of the Order's verdict, till their last
panjang banget,
breath.
buset.
Their last work is
Perhaps it was a simple poem at first, nothing more. Then that article claimed it was a curse upon Raguna. Given that no one knew exactly what happened, so they filled in the gaps with their imaginations.
Main game apa aja selain
Motive
UA?
and a complete story.
Main paling
Perhaps
kalau
that's all it
PC
took for a
UA
lie to
doang
become
ya
the
sekarang
truth.
ya. Roblox juga
Each
jarang
time
main.
someone plays their last work, it
HP
summons
paling
daemons.
Mobile Legends.
This is the
AOK,
Golden
Honor of
Anthem's
Kings.
revenge and curse upon Raguna. But still,
Iya gabut live
words and imagination alone cannot
Biasa
bring
ini
something
apa?
into existence.
Aku live tuh buat nge-record gameplayku doang. Jadi misalnya mau ngerjain story nih atau
Yes,
ada epic
someone must have
momennya,
used them to create the
aku record,
daemons.
aku live.
What if the mastermind
Kalau
pulling the strings
teman-teman
from
mau
the
lihat yang
shadows
sebelum-sebelumnya
is the
ada
author
di
of that
playlist
article?
profilku di
Daemons are bound to their
akunku.
creator,
Di
so it might
playlistnya
not
tuh
be
ada
a
yang live kan.
coincidence you felt them target you at the restaurant.
Jadi misalnya aku
There
mau
could
nonton
be a
lagi,
connection between you and this mastermind.
bisa aku tonton ulang.
Or perhaps
Sama.
they have their own reasons for wanting to see you silenced.
Playlistnya.
Imagination knows no bounds. If left unchecked, such incidents will only increase. For resonators, dealing with them isn't much of a challenge. But for ordinary folk, it's enough to spark panic across the city.
Pertama kali nih aku live public nih. Biasa aku unlist doang, masukin playlist doang. Baik. Try again. Play.
If the daemons are born from the public's imagination, then things will shift once we catch whoever is responsible for starting this in the first place. This mastermind has gone to great lengths to twist the facts, stirring fear and turning it into resentment.
Ada
Maybe an
ininya
attempt
ya.
to cover up certain
Cabang-cabang.
stories about the Poet Society. He must be top.
Lah,
Music and poetry are born from kindness and hope.
sering-sering live bang,
Yet
nanti
now
aku
they've been
tonton.
twisted to create
Oke,
these
Bang.
monstrosities. Whoever is
Kalau-
behind this won't just sit
kalau
back
aku
and
live.
watch.
Bang, live berapa
The
jam?
thought of confronting them is already
Jangan sih.
inspiring me to write a ballad. What should I call it? Which instruments would fit?
Terus selesainya Pak.
Our enemy hides in the dark, while we remain in the light. We need to
Makasih
split
ya
up.
udah mampir ya.
With your tenacity and Ciaccona's expertise,
Aku masih
we will
pemula nih,
uncover the truth.
gamer magang.
Someone has pointed at the family has its ways. Tracing the article's source and finding the...
If we find melodies connected to the Poets Society, I can... I've got it, Rover! I know a place where they've definitely left their mark. Let's go.
Apa nih? Loh, dari sini aja.
I really admire the wind.
Waduh,
It's free to go anywhere without
berdua, Rex.
restraint. If only you could carry my poems into the hands of everyone across
siapa
the
yang
world.
cita-citanya naik kapal berdua, Mbak Ciaccona? Historinya lama kah? Gak ngerti, baru pertama main ini. paling sejam. Live MLBB juga bang, biar rame. Jadi nanti ya. Wah, nyanyi dia.
Ta-da! Welcome to Requiem Paradise.
Waduh. Re. Siapa yang di sini waifunya Ciaccona?
This is where Raguna's musicians lay their old
Ciaccona putri
instruments to
kerajaan kah?
rest.
Bukan. Kayak pengembara gitu dia.
For the
Tukang
people of
nyanyi.
Raguna, the
Tukang
sea
bikin
is
puisi.
everything. We
Make
live
upan
and
bareng.
sleep by the sea,
Jangan gitu,
and our
Sapi.
souls drift out to sea when we pass. Since an instrument is an extension of the musician, I'm certain this is where the poets of the Golden Anthem laid their instruments to rest before their banishment. What's wrong? You seem troubled.
Waduh. Cantik banget, Re.
Is that what's been on your mind this whole time? I say, if the answers aren't coming, let it all go and clear your mind. To be honest, I haven't found any leads either. But worry not. This is what we bards call a bottleneck. Once, I spent 3 days just trying to find the right words to describe a tree. So, I stood under that tree and prayed for an apple to fall on my head. You know, just like in those stories where inspiration strikes after an apple hits you. And, well, at least you get a snack out of it.
Buset, cantik banget. Kenapa posenya gini dia ya? Buset.
The apples never fell. I stood under that tree until I couldn't.
Waduh. Tuh. Kenapa ada apel?
Try it.
Dikasih apel.
It's a real apple.
Later, when I finally decided to leave, I looked up through the gaps in the branches and suddenly saw a blooming flower atop a cliff. Turns out, even without an apple, so maybe this is enough.
I'm starting to understand why Carlotta
Waduh.
calls you Topaz.
Wallpaper baru nih. Alah. Buah terlarang. Iya, asal
Is
makan
that
aja
so?
gitu.
But I'm nowhere near as dazzling as the sun. If anything, I'd rather be like Icarus in the story. Soaring freely in the sky. I sense the melody of an instrument close by. A harp. It's in
Jadi
excellent
Yaping lama
condition,
banget bang, skip
but its
aja.
tone is flat
Jangan
and dull.
bang. Justru ini poin epicnya. Nggak tahu nanti ada epic momen apa kalau gitu. Aku
Is
selalu
that a
enjoy
lute? Its echoes are faint. Wait. The sound may be weak, but there's an undeniable strength to it. Rover, behind you! It seems this lute likely belonged to a member of the Poet Society. Which is to say, it holds the melodies they left behind. Polyphony! Now presenting a poem of finale.
Dijogetin. Apalah. Dinyanyiin musuhnya. Nggak jelas.
Keep it together. None shall whisper.
The timbre also matches. I believe this lute is exactly what we've been looking for. Sometimes, even when the instruments are the same. For example, this lute doesn't seek to boast. It speaks softly, like if the true purpose of music is to express. Rover, if there's something you want to say but can't put into words, if you sing it, maybe I'll understand.
Alah.
But I haven't even heard you sing yet.
Me? Perhaps another time. Once all this is settled, I'll perform for you. Be sure to... Now, it's in the lute's hands. I hope this melody holds a tale worth telling.
Bang, aku nonton sambil makan ya. Iya, silahkan. Makan. Jam segini baru makan.
Listen, I hear it seems like...
Kalau kamu hancur box ganas-ganas HP-mu yang meleduk. Waduh,
Take care with each step.
HP siapa tuh meleduk?
We may find ourselves straddling vast rifts in time and space. A single
Gimana
misstep
nih?
could draw us into other melodies, leaving us lost within them.
Farrell of the Golden Anthem. Know that the Codex teaches us that those whose sins are cleansed, but it is a grave offense to slander the Sentinel. I was told you found this lie carved on a lithograph. In the face of the tempest, if you admit you were mistaken at tomorrow's trial and reveal where you have hidden the evidence, remember, Imperator only...
I'm sorry, Sir Acolyte. I'm doing my best to cooperate. Please don't mistake my silence for defiance. It's just... this room is free. I'm afraid that by the time I see the Sentinel...
As long as you repent and help us destroy those blasphemies. You are a wise man. I trust you will... I will always be here.
No need to worry, Sir Acolyte. In fact...
Neither official nor private records show them as having ever repented in the Cathedral of Mercury.
Farrell's gone mad. Why would he we ought to have...
Buried the truth. It just occurred to me. To that end, he stirs panic to deepen Ragonese prejudice against the Poet Society. Words and music are weapons without form.
Kata-kata di musik adalah senjata tanpa wujud.
I knew this was to be our fate. From the moment we uncovered that lithograph. Still, I have no regrets. But if the all this time, we've been living nothing but...
The Order's stance is that the Poet Society concealed blasphemous works. Yet the Order themselves concealed the lithograph's existence. What were they afraid of? That's right! You must have seen the Sentinel in the inverted tower.
Takut kok sama puisi ya.
To keep the Sentinel...
The Order.
I
Takut sama puisi.
understand what Farrell was trying to do. We're not adventurers or mighty red. Farrell only wanted to share the voice of uncertain. Our fate has been sealed.
Suaranya dibungkam.
All we can do.
They don't sound like they're full of hatred at all. If anything, they appear to have. During the interrogation, they kept their composure and did not offer fierce resistance.
Everything seems to revolve around the Order.
Waduh, the Order.
Could they be?
We don't know that for certain. But at least
Kenapa nih?
the melody is fading faster now and becoming unstable.
Loh.
Where is this place? A study? Ciaccona, are we?
Pasti inspirasi dari
Ciaccona?
Deadwood Society.
We must have gotten separated. Ciaccona did say even a slight misstep could draw us into other melodies.
You are to build a home here, like seabirds. Dwell upon the water, just... I don't...
Ciaccona kecil.
They were clearly the Sentinel's cantors. Why would anyone call them criminals who insulted divinity?
Hijau-hijau gini. Waduh, Ciaccona kecil.
This is a poem I've never seen before. It's so different from what they used to write. Do not place flowers on my tomb, for I do not rest beneath the stone. I am the sea wind at Raguna's walls. I am a dawn that breaks through thorns. I am a nighthawk of wings of flame, soaring towards the celestial steed, whose praises I sing and whose true form I behold. A flame, celestial steed, true form I behold.
To get the floor. Alah, apa ini? Ini dong. Tangga nggak bisa. Tuh, angkut. Ya, nggak bisa lari pula.
The night sky will be illuminated by wings of flame, and
because they cannot banish the truth, the Order of the Deep instead banished us to the sea. Our thirst for truth is why we were cast out. No matter what, remember this. The truth will always exist. And
Can't get through, but the sounds are coming from over there. What is this place? Who are you?
Who are you?
She's always been distant and aloof. But her true melody is both heavy and fragile. Ciaccona Toccata.
Ciaccona Toccata. Anjay.
As long as you still draw breath, lift your eyes and look. With this poem, your life is eternal.
Habis pak? Ciaccona Toccata.
Rover? Rover,
Waduh,
are you all right?
dibangunin.
Finally, I got you out of there. You must have been drawn into a different melody on our way out.
I just walked into his study and ran into a strange little girl. She seemed quite taken with the Poet Society's work.
Itu anaknya. Kan. Waktu kecil dulu di Ciaccona.
She mentioned a name.
Masa anaknya.
Ciaccona Takata.
Nah, ayun.
I see. I don't know who you met, but Toccata is my family name. As I said before, for family matters, let the past stay where it belongs. Just call me Ciaccona. We don't need to overcomplicate things. Well, we have made some progress. The melody we were in gave me a hint on what to do next.
Matanya hijau juga ya? Keren juga.
Yes, seeing as they banished the Golden Anthem, we might find more clues in the Cathedral of Mercury.
Cathedral of Mercury. Dulu ke gereja, Pak. Mana? Ini doang nih. Mana? Waduh. Kenapa banyak anak?
Have you found her yet?
Choir.
No.
Choir.
She's not here either. Oh, greetings, brother and sister. Might I ask, have you...
No. Razor doesn't like walking with her head down. She must have got... We're in the Order's choir. We're rehearsing hymns to sing at the ceremony. Racer is our lead chorister. We took a break from rehearsing to play hide and seek. But when the time... Maybe she got mad at us because we sang badly.
Can you tell your big sister here what hymn you're rehearsing?
The teacher says it's a hymn to honor the brave knights and the sentinel's guidance. But Razor says the hymn was written...
The members of the group.
Well, which way did Racer go?
Really? She went that way.
Main kucing dia. Cariin main kucing. Kucingnya.
Such a beautiful voice, isn't it?
You're the laureate. And you are?
My name is Ciaccona.
A friend of mine.
Don't be scared. We're only here so that you can finish your game.
Hide and seek, right. Myron and the others are...
How about a little chat first?
What? Of course not. This...
Young ones today have so much talent. If I had... You know, our laureate here definitely knows how to sing hymns.
It's just... Before the performance, the choir has to What's more, the hymn we're practicing, it was composed by bad people. Teacher calls them heretic poets.
Heretic poets.
Myron and the others never complain. They're always... But now, their dreams are all dashed because of me. And I don't like this hymn. Myron and the others are too young to realize that heresy is a grave offense. But I just don't understand. The more I thought about it, the more out of... That song just now.
Well, what do you think a hymn should sound like?
A hymn, as the book states.
No, not that. I mean, how does it make you feel? Try to remember what you were...
I didn't want to hold...
Then hold on to that feeling. Let's rehearse again. You don't know...
Uh-huh. No.
Well then, the laureate and I will be the first to hear you perform.
Burungnya. Nyanyi kah? Funny.
This is a cathedral. That's the choir on stage, with the Poet Society leading them. Looks like it's a ceremony of some kind.
On the surface, yes. The Order certainly upheld Raguna's prosperity and stability. The poets, praised for simply knowing the Order once stood with the poets doesn't reveal the true reason behind their banishment.
It sounds like a song celebrating the...
Degenerates! Arrogant hypocrites, every last one of you! You have no idea what happened! Not at all! Has the Order reduced our sacrifices to...
This is madness! Who is this madman? It's what he said about the common folk.
What a mess. I suppose this incident... Strange. Why is this passageway so long? This is the same study I stumbled into in the Realm of Melodies.
Afternoon tea! Yes, please. The odd tea and biscuits, miss. There, I understand. Look at this. This book says the flower doesn't live long. But that's silly. I know it can survive the coldest of winters. Maybe one day, I'll become a great bard. A proper one.
Miss, this study is a secret. You must never tell a soul.
I understand. But I've always wondered, why do people say they're guilty? There are so many interesting poems and songs here. Why would...
Oh, what splendid singing! Even the Lord
Racer did wonderfully.
Thanks to you, I figured it out. Sincerity is what truly matters.
Yes. A hymn isn't just a few lines of history. It is shaped. The hymn may differ in each person's eyes, but its resonance and meaning are universal. I hope you'll give the audience a spectacular performance. So, what did you see in Razor's melody?
The Poet Society was criticized for glory. Their assumptions were challenged, so they traveled to the Knights.
This incident may have been the turning point for the Poet Society. Next time we venture into the realm of melodies, perhaps we should tie our hands together to stop you. If the Order's choir is pointing us to Whisperwind Haven.
Kayak penguin ya.
I've heard of these nights during my travels. This should be where their old encampment stood. But there don't seem to be any instruments, poems, or music here that carry the memory of a melody. Let's try searching the area first. To find the melody, perhaps inspiration will strike us along the way. This was the last stop on their route. Oh, the view just now as we soared in the sky was... What is it? Has anything come to mind? Oh, yes. How did I miss that? The wind is the finest recorder of... It rises from the primal, churning endlessly, echoing and playing a tune, of course. I want to capture the mood they must have felt with...
Rimbo and Selena must have returned to Raguna by now. Did that gentleman guide us intentionally? Backpack stuffed with papers claiming to be a common artist traveling, yet he spoke like a nobleman. If not for his help, we'd still be singing praises to a full cent. He's right. We cannot. We must enlighten the people of Raguna. The Knights of the Order defend only the Order's interests, and so... The time...
The Order.
It seems someone told the poets the truth about the Sentinel, and even suggested they stop singing solely for divinity and begin singing for the common folk as well. On the surface... Is this form of the Sentinel the same as the one you saw at Avon Oleum? So the poets were indeed banished for uncovering the Order. Even under interrogation, they held their silence. Resentment and curses, we must confront his lies and put an end to these daemon. But once the truth of the Golden Anthem at Imperator is revealed, it will no longer be...
The will of the people is strong. This mastermind is so sure the truth exists to be uncovered. All we need is to plant the seeds of doubt in the people.
Yes. We'll go back to Margarita's. It's where our story began. Miss Margarita!
Well, hello. If it isn't Rover and Ciaccona. Oh, Miss Ciaccona is a regular around here, you know. I've even asked her to perform a few times.
Ciaccona.
Helps bring in the crowds.
Actually, I've come to ask a favor of you today, Miss Margarita. I'm sure you've heard the rumor about the Poets Society's legacy.
Not a problem at all. Did you make any big discovery?
Aggressive crowd. Waduh.
Rover, we'll begin when you...
Apa nih?
The poets did board the Pilgrim's sail, becoming the stars of their own final act. We all know how that tale... If you wish to hear their true voices once more, seek them at the Cathedral of Mercury. The children there still sing hymns written by the poets of the Golden Anthem. And yet, as the fire filled the ship's cabins, they penned their last poems with death drawing near. Perhaps they were greeted by the Sentinel in their final moments. If the poets truly meant to curse Raguna, this charade... It was carefully crafted, twisting their work to tomorrow. At the Odyssey Opera House, I will reveal the truth. Until then, I thank you all for your patience.
This can't... This is very confusing.
Previously.
Sorry.
Gloria, is this all real? What do you mean by the truth?
The poets of the Golden Anthem, they were...
Waduh.
Fascinating story.
Christopher.
You've certainly piqued everyone's curiosity. The speech you made just now, you're implying the poets of the Golden Anthem.
Exactly. Someone used the story of the Golden Anthem to stir the public's curiosity.
If memory serves, surely you're not suggesting this was all the Order's doing. I dare say, such remarks would be considered a grave crime, punishable by banishment.
Are you from a noble family? The city's elite have a habit of siding with the Order.
I'm afraid you misunderstand. I admit, your presentation brings me back to a play I wrote in my youth. A group of birds, locked inside a... Then, one day, the cage door opened. The young... Many consider their fate a tragic one.
I see it differently. Even if they met their end falling into the abyss.
And what of those who chose to remain in the cage? Having witnessed their predecessors fall, will they dare to reach for the skies? After realizing... Miss Poet.
Alamak.
A splendid retaliation. I witnessed all of your performance. Like everyone present, I too eagerly anticipate tomorrow's arrival. As expected, the Order's fingerprints are all over it. According to our inside sources, it was none other than acolytes from the Order who salvaged the poet's lost works from the wreckage. It's possible this was a sham all along. Now, considering the fact that the untraceable article first began circulating among... I think it's fair to say its author is a regular of such... His collusion with the Order is what... I'll have someone follow this secret circle's trail. We should also share these findings with Ciaccona.
That's strange. She was just there a moment ago.
Just like when we were children. Gone without a trace. And she and her family disappeared without even a goodbye. Ms. Margarita, have you seen Ciaccona?
Miss Ciaccona? She did look quite down, though.
Thank you for letting us know, Ms.
Why don't we split up and look for her at the harbor?
Take 4.
Apa nih?
The young birds left their cage, flapping frail wings as they fell to the ground.
I never thought his words would reach into the depths I sealed away so long.
Coming here implies you worry about tomorrow's outcome. You intend to reveal the truth of the Sentinel to the public. But that revelation, it comes with a price.
Serem juga.
One you've paid before as a child.
Lah. Apa nih?
This is the past.
And here I thought you'd be much wiser than this. You know the dangers of pilgrimage, Yuuzen.
The truth has its thorns, and the Golden Anthem has already paid its price.
Do you wish to relive their fate?
Is that what you're trying to tell me with your play?
Allow me to share the answer, Sir Acolyte. Do you remember the very first voice from the heavens? Surely you've seen The Golden Bough, yes? A play where people from various clans wear masks, singing and celebrating together.
And?
It is words and songs. We are not your... It exists forever.
You pitiful fool.
The Order of the Deep seeks to banish us to the seas because they know they can't banish the truth.
Hear that? The bell they tolled. I will be the one to carry its sound forward.
Tangkap juga.
The parallels, so striking. Just like the day the Poets Society boarded their sail. You, Ciaccona Toccata, blaspheming against the Sentinel. So this is the resonant... Why are there always those who believe the Sentinel is some damn horse? The poets were at least clever enough to hold their tongues, but you have the nerve to parade your blasphemy through the...
Is that so, Sir Acolyte? I do hope you dream of this sentinel of yours every night, then.
Spare me your sarcasm, you insolent bard! You're nothing but a mouthy relic, the last of what remains of your wretched family. Do you not repent for your crimes?
Ah, so you've already tasted their fate, haven't you? You and your family, banished in the name of blasphemy. Such a dramatic turn of events. As cantors of the Sentinel, both the Toccata family and the Poet Society committed the same crime. Tell me.
You're nothing but a figment of my imagination. None of this concerns you. When I was a child, I lacked the ability to prove the Sentinel's true form. But now, with the inverted tower, I believe the opportunity has presented itself for the truth to be...
Opportunity. Indeed, you intend to repeat history. This time, dragging Rover along with you, boarding the pilgrim sail and clinging to hope as the storm carries you away. Isn't this what you're afraid of?
Bagus banget gambarnya.
You've unraveled the hand behind it all. But the Rover, Miss Carlotta, and all those you've gathered, and perhaps even that blessed maiden whose whereabouts remain a mystery to this day. Even so, have you really made your choice?
Is this Ciaccona's sheet music? She was here. The vision I just saw seems to have been recorded from this. Ciaccona mentioned she always writes down her melodies on manuscript paper. Could this be... the gold... An interrogation room. Being here among the girl in the Poet Society's study must have been Ciaccona. What happened last time was no accident. But why was she there?
Thank you for understanding everything. Is there anyone else here besides you? You must have touched the Golden Anthem's music sheet. This is the story it holds. To be able to touch it means you're someone I can trust. I am yesterday's child of ignorance, the actor now on stage, and the banished sinner of tomorrow. Ciaccona Toccata. Let me tell you, the story of the Golden Anthem doesn't just belong to the Poets Society. It also belongs to me, Ciaccona Toccata.
Epic moment kah? Astaga, ini lagi.
This is how it all started. A mysterious person showed the poets the truth about this. It didn't take long for the Order to notice us. To keep everyone safe, they gave my father a key to a study. As you've already seen, I was also banished. Usually, the food and water in those ships aren't enough to get the people where they need to go. Even if they made it, the cold would get them. As for the fire, the poets started it themselves. In the past, everyone thought they were brilliant cantors. But inside, only they understood how fake and arrogant all that in the world they dreamed of. Poets would no longer be shackled, but the Order was afraid. They didn't want any loose ends. So they went to salvage the ship's wreckage. The Golden Anthem gave my father the key. At first, I still remember the day he had...
Don't see it as a burden, my child. Only this kind of courage can rid your father of the cowardice.
Father wanted to tell everyone. I wrote songs. The Poets Society and our family could never... Now, I have that choice again. But this time, I have you and my friends with me.
Like I said, the truth exists to be uncovered. I've made my choice. And once everyone hears the truth, I believe no one will question. There are hints of the sea inside Ciaccona's melodies.
Thank you. Thank you for understanding everything.
Panjang juga ya.
This song, it's the one she performed last time. The melody is the same, but why does it sound so sad this time?
Epic moment.
So, Miss Poet, have you made your decision?
This is a poem I've never seen before. It's so different from what they used to write. Do not place flowers on my tomb, for I do not rest beneath the stone. I am the sea wind at Raguna's walls. I am a dawn that breaks through thorns. I am a nighthawk of wings of flame, soaring towards the celestial steed, whose praises I sing and whose true form I behold.
I know what you're thinking. You're worried I might end up on the same path you did. Go on.
Anjir.
All the hopes will set us free from doubts and fears deep within us. Rise, get our wings, let the twilight
Epic moment.
Follow your heart. I'll be with you.
Follow your
till
heart.
the end.
I'll be with you till the end. Anjir. Sigma bener. Fuck lah.
A penniless bard and the laureate roving in a foreign land. Together, we rise up against the order of the deep itself. But as long as the seeds of doubt... There! Now, how's that for a story worth telling? Ah, speaking of which, have you ever read that novel? It's about a knight on a quest. The knight is also accompanied by a squire. I am no Montelli, acolyte of the Order of the Deep, or Knight of Raguna, but still, I shall lead the charge. Yahoo! Mount up, Sir Knight. To battle we go!
Lah, masih nih. Apa nih? Lock all gates. Oh, bisa diulang. Ya. Baik. Tapi nggak sehari selesai dong. Toccata Femme.
Banished and forever stripped of the right to sing for the Sentinel and the Order. That much is true.
Habis seharian.
Maybe because you went to Avenolium and uncovered some of the truth the Order is desperate to hide. It will take a lot more than that to even leave a scratch on you.
Finally, Astrid. Bang. Semangat ya. Thank you, Bang. Makasih ya udah mampir ya. Siap-siap. Thanks, Bang Navin. Yeti. Thank you udah nge-share juga, jadi rame kan yang nonton. Aduh. Thank you. Lah.
the forgotten songs rise once more, a tale of the past I shall tell. This is the story of those who were accused of blasphemy.
What?
They were once poets, singing songs for the divinity and the Order. This is how their music became known to all. Until one day, they stumbled upon a truth that could not be proven. The Sentinel, whom we've always revered, is not what they seem. The true divinity granting us blessings is a majestic celestial steed that gallops across the high seas and soars through the skies. And the teachings in our scriptures? Lies. Lies told to us by the Order. Ask yourselves this. Why would Imperator, who once sent Renacita voices from the heavens, allow their people to suffer aboard those pilgrim sails? How could poets who once sang the praises of the Sentinel come to curse and resent Renacita, a land they loved so much? People of Renacita, have you ever wondered why the Order forbids us from seeing their earliest scriptures? Why did none of the fools that boarded the pilgrim's sail ever thank the Sentinel? Imperator and Raguna have always stood united, yet lately, they seem to have vanished from our dreams. Why is that?
Ciaccona Toccata, in the name of Imperator and Primus Fenrico, you are hereby under arrest. You will face the full weight of the law at the Order Penitentiary.
Is that so? And what are the charges this time, if I may ask?
Blasphemy!
Oh! The same old tricks again! Is this how the Order intends to keep the truth hidden?
Save your empty words for your confession to the Sentinel. Damnation! She's not working alone!
Farewell, Sir Acolyte! Oh, and just a little tip for you. Keep your eyes on the audience below. Let's see how much of the Order's hypocrisy these empty words can unveil. I have faith. The music of the Golden Anthem will one day echo across Raguna's skies again. Phew. A masked hero suddenly appeared, rescuing the bard right when she was about to be apprehended by the Order. But that's a story for another time. You know what this means for you, right? Even with a mask on, people will still recognize the laureate. I'm now a wanted criminal by the Order. Now this is what a real poet, no, wait, a real knight is supposed to be. Well then.
This room
is our final stage. Now, it's your turn to step onto it.
You will witness a different world.
You arrogant hypocrites!
Led by curiosity and wonder, they step forward.
I am the gentle sea breeze, sweeping through Whisperwind Haven and towards Raguna's high walls.
Well, have you decided on your answer? I look forward to the public trial.
Perhaps our fates are not so different after all.
It is time, sinner against the Sentinel.
But you...
I will continue to sing.
As long as there are those who breathe and see.
My eternal summer will never fade. Do you feel it? The breeze from Whisperwind Haven. You can even catch the faint scent of wet grass. Next thing you know, maybe an apple will fall on our heads. Or maybe a big grey wolf will leap out and chase a squirrel down a rabbit hole. Thank you, Rover. I don't have the Blessed Maiden's miracles, nor the powers of a hero. I'm just a wandering bard. The only thing I can offer is to immortalize this moment. I will carry all the stories about you with me. By the way, I met a man at Margarita's who claims to be a playwright. You should watch out for him. I'm not entirely sure who he really is. Here, you can have this music sheet. I'm heading off on a new mission. An escape mission. Starting today, I'm no longer just a wandering bard. I've got the Order hunting me now. A journey like this, it's begging to be written into a story. Don't you worry. I still remember our promise. About the song I wrote you. We will meet again, and I'll sing it for you, I swear. After all, we're partners in crime now.
Partners in crime. Apa lagi? Kasih apa lagi? Aduh. Tamat kah? Buset.
My Lord Primus, it seems your plan has not gone quite as you'd hoped.
Cristoforo. Oh shit,
You sought to
man.
revive the blasphemous Poet Society, spreading their legacy to stoke the fires of prejudice, and through my aid summon daemons to sow fear across...
I care not for labels of good or evil. My only fear is but one tool among many to maintain stability.
Ah, truly the words of one in possession of great power. Such lines are rare. And yet, why do you seem so restless, Lord Fenrico? This is hardly the character I expected from you. Is it that foreign laureate that unsettles you so? Or perhaps that insignificant Toccata girl? Or is it something else you seek?
Out of respect for our partnership, some things are better left unsaid.
Of course. As you will, Lord Fenrico.
Lord Fenrico. Main filmnya kan? Cristoforo.
Wait. You were the one who led the Poet Society to that lithograph, weren't you?
Anjir. Dalangnya.
I've heard whispers of your presence at Whisperwind Haven around that time. Whenever you were asked, you claimed to be seeking inspiration.
Dari semua ini.
Why are you doing this?
Cristoforo PMO.
As you've said yourself, out of respect for our partnership, some things are better left unsaid. There was no deception. Indeed, I was seeking inspiration. The birds, having uncovered the truth, must decide. Will they choose to fly into the unknown? Ah, Lord, just as the young Toccata mentioned, how long has it been since you last dreamed of your true divinity? Armed with a wooden spear and a broken helmet, his squire, ever loyal, trailed close behind as if becoming one with the night. Truly astonishing. Even if you took such a script, what could you possibly accomplish?
Monsternya
Hecate.
Hecate. Monsternya si Prolova. Selesai kah? Anjay. Epic moment. Oke. Besok nanti. Require Cantor. Full dia kah? Oh jelas tidak. Aduh. Mission. Sepertinya tidak. Partinya kurang bagus. nabung lah buat buat cartridge ya. Aku gak dapat weaponnya Carlota, yang sabar. Makanya diselesain semua. Lihat nih, kita akan nabung berapapun, 60, 50, 10, 75. Oke, itu aja mungkin guys. Thank you yang sudah mampir. See you next time. Bye bye.